Do you feel like the rich are playing the financial game on a whole other level? They are, and their secret is the family office, a whole team of people dedicated to making them richer and their lives easier. Arta is a startup that wants to make the family office accessible to more people so we can all have access to the amazing opportunities available to the ultra wealthy. In this video, we'll crack the code on the family office and learn about Arta and their offering that aims to lower the barriers to entry. A family office is a firm set up to manage the financial needs of ultra high net worth individuals and their families. The primary goal of the family office team is wealth management and will usually employ bankers, advisors, analysts, accountants, and brokers. Some family offices will also employ personal assistants and concierges that could help with anything from picking up the dry cleaning to planning a picnic in Antarctica. There are more than 10,000 private family offices around the world which manage an estimated $6 trillion in assets. 500 million is usually the amount of wealth one has before they invest in building their own private family office. The investors these offices employ are not just sitting around trading in a Robinhood account. They will typically work on investments in alternative assets like pre-IPO companies, real estate ventures, private equity, and bottles of fine wine. Most of us don't have $500 million, and that is where Arta comes in. They have used AI and machine learning to automate much of the work a family office would do managing investments. This makes it possible for them to offer the actively managed benefits of a family office trading strategy at a much lower price. They also provide access to alternative asset investment opportunities in private equity, hedge funds, and venture capital. Arta is backed by the venture capital firm Sequoia and 140 other investors and mentors. Their HQ is located above Fu Lam Moon, a Chinese restaurant in Silicon Valley. I don't have any problem with that. I'm just hungry. In case you're wondering, it has a 4-star rating. Henry L. would argue it should be a 5-star rating. In his biannual review of the restaurant, he praised their staff, BBQ duck, and the little carts that deliver dim sum. But I digress. Arta currently requires a minimum investment of $100,000 and is only open to accredited investors, meaning you have to have a net worth greater than $1 million, not counting your home, or you have to make $200,000 a year over the past 2 years, $300K if married, and expect to make as much or more this year. It's also open to qualified purchasers, which means a person or business holding an investment portfolio of $5 million or more. Once you're onboarded, you're given a self-directed account and a fully managed account. You can use both or just one of them. In the managed version, Arta's proprietary algorithm executes on investments for you. Arta's clients have access to equities, ETFs, mutual funds, derivatives, private placements, and margin accounts. With the AI managed portfolio, you're looking at fees of 0.4% annually. This can move to a performance-based fee structure if you're a qualified client. There's an additional fees and expenses section that I don't love. It mentions brokerage commissions, transaction fees, service providers fees, etc. In that case, Robinhood is starting to look pretty good again, but it's possible this is just legal language to cover them rather than fees on fees on fees. So is Arta a good investment? Does the platform add value? It's too early to tell. They've just started onboarding clients and making their way through their wait list. I think the value of Arta will largely depend on the capability of their AI managed portfolio. AI is cool and all, but is it going to outperform a Vanguard S&P 500 ETF? If so, will it be enough to outperform the fees it generates? Without a demonstrated track record, I'm skeptical, but that does not mean the portfolio won't do well. The greatest performing fund of all time is Renaissance Technologies Medallion Fund, which is largely driven by algorithmic trading and has returned 39% a year for 30 years between 1988 to 2018. AI and machine learning has improved algorithmic trading significantly, but Arta is not the only company doing this. The other area Arta can add value is with their alternative investments and private placements. However, on their website, they mention that the private placement investments are offered through third-party platforms. It's not clear to me if Arta is actually going to source exclusive investments for their clients or just pull together deals off AngelList or Masterworks. The Digital Family Office is a great marketing tool. No doubt there's a certain subset of people who will feel like they're ballers having their own family office and AI portfolio managers. I can't wait to see how Arta's strategy performs and what alternative investment opportunities they can source. You have to commend them for taking the barrier of entry from 500 million to 100,000. Many of the great services we take for granted in our daily lives used to be available exclusively to the rich. If you're on your own journey to become a high net worth individual, hit the subscribe button and let's debate the subtle nuances of Iranian and Russian caviar.